Hi guys!
We're back. How's it going, everybody? Today we have another quick broadcast for you.
That's right.
And I know I'm excited about all of them, but these are the most yummy metallic watercolors that you will ever see. These are new from Kuretake. They're the Gansai Tambi Starry colors, metallics.
So very pretty.
And we saw these in January,
yes,
right?
we saw these at the
CHA
booth, thank you. And we were sitting down, we were playing with them, and we're like, oh my god, these are the prettiest watercolors because they're so sparkly and, like you said, creamy, right?
Yes. So you just did a YouTube video kind of talking all about
yes.
it. We're going to go through some of that information live for you guys here. So if you have any questions, just let us know in the comments. We'll be paying attention. Yep. We'll answer them. These are on sale right now at Blitsy.com. So
yes.
Let's jump into it.
Okay, so the colors, as Katie mentioned, they are creamy, they are metallic-y, and they're pretty, I would say, true to color. So when you actually paint on this pretty gold here, it's going to look like that. A lot of times with watercolors, they get pretty diluted, and the colors aren't really true. With these, you can get it as diluted as you want, or you can get it to be a true dark gold metallic like you see here. So the set comes with 6 different golds. There's the blue gold, the red gold, the yellow gold, the champagne gold, the light gold, and the white gold. So a really nice range of kind of golds for you to use for you to add to your projects. I think my favorite is the champagne gold.
I think that's my favorite
right?
too.
It's a nice subtle gold.
I have a funny story.
Oh, yes.
You know this story because
I don't know where you're going.
We were there. We were at CHA, which is like the biggest trade show for new releases. And we spent so much time at this booth with these watercolors because we just fell in love with them. And the girl working the booth was like the most beautiful hand letterer. Mm-hmm. She was just perfect, and I had her do Blitsy for me, and I had all these samples of the watercolors on black paper, and
so pretty.
They were so pretty. And we went out to dinner to recap the day and what we loved seeing. And I brought all these samples to show the rest of the team, and our waitress knocked over by water all over the hand lettering and my gold metallics, and I was like, no!
The worst thing you could do is spill water on your watercolors.
Yes. So she felt horrible. She avoided me the rest of the meal, but true story, so we don't have those samples.
No.
But you've been playing
yes,
with them.
I've been playing with them, so we have some new stuff to look at here, but I totally forgot about that. But that was a really sad day when that happened. So these paints are gorgeous. As you can see here, I also have some of the original colors from the Gansai Tambi, and nice pretty range of colors. And what's really cool about these, I'm going to start off with this, is you can actually take the watercolors here, and let's do a little green here, and you can actually mix in the metallics into your colors to give it a little bit of a shimmer. So you'll start with just adding, whatever color you choose into a palette or a bowl, whatever you have, and then I'm just going to rinse that off, and I'm going to pick a really pretty gold, and I think because I like it, I'm going to go with the champagne gold. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the champagne gold. They're kind of activating it with my water, and then you're going to watch really closely, and you can see it's adding kind of metallic, the mica, to my color, and then when you add it to your paper,
you've got shimmer.
You've got shimmer, and I already have one done here. You can kind of see in this project here. Do you see the gold kind of shimmer in? Hopefully you can see that in the color. So it's a really fun way to add kind of the glimmer and the glam to your watercolors that you already have, because obviously a little bit of shimmer is a must when you're working with your watercolors. So this is an easy way to kind of combine both of the colors.
Maria said, oh, I need this in
right?
my life.
Isn't that so fun? So I love that you can, blend the colors just like that using your Kuretake colors, with your regular colors along with the metallics. And you can also paint over existing watercolors. So you can take your brush, pick, whatever gold you want.
This one's the yellow.
This is the pretty yellow gold. I'll move this out of the way. This is the pretty yellow gold. And I've already just kind of done a few little brush strokes here on this paper. And you can go right over and just add little metallic gold touches. And I did a card using that technique, and you can see there's really pretty gold additions to my already watercolor colors, right? Isn't that so fun? Just a little bit of that glimmer. And when you kind of hold it at the angle, you can really see, hopefully on the camera, the shimmer and the shine from the colors. I love them. They look almost like they're embossed because the color is so pretty and so rich. Which, speaking of embossing, you can kind of achieve, I think, an embossed look by pairing your stamps with it. So when you use this, I'm not going to dip this in here, but you want to do kind of a thicker paint application. You don't want it to be super watery because you want the impression to obviously not be runny, but you'll just paint into your little paint there. You'll paint over it, and then when you stamp it on your paper and dry it, doesn't that kind of like it's been embossed?
It does. It looks like foil.
Foil, yeah. I hope you guys can see this, but that was just with my feather stamp, just by adding the paint directly onto my stamp and stamping onto paper.
Think of the backgrounds you could do with these metallics.
Right? Yeah, when I saw it, I'm like, this kind of looks like I embossed it or gold foiled it, because that gold, the mica in the paints is so rich and so deep that it really is a bright, shimmery application once it dries. So I love that. So it's another way you can use it. And then I did not do this because I cannot hand letter, but I know you mentioned it earlier. So I enlisted the help of Kaylee, who is on our merchandising team, to use the colors, doing some hand lettering.
What's really funny though is when we post this video, what you'll see is Megan talking about the watercolors, and then it just goes straight into like pretty hand lettering, and then it's back to Megan. So you think she's the one doing it?
All lies.
It's not
lies.
true. She wasn't doing it.
And if you pay attention, you'll notice that, like, you know, I don't think her nails are painted, and like you might see like a different outfit, but no. Like I was like, okay, this is one of the really great ways of using your watercolors is for brush lettering, which has become super popular lately. So obviously, when you pair it with these starry colors, you can get that brush lettering, but with a really pretty gold shimmery touch. So love that. And as you can see, this is on dark paper, and it goes on really well on light and dark paper. So you can kind of see I did a couple swatches here, but it looks really pretty on the dark, I think. But the light, it also looks
even
really pretty.
on the white, like the white on white, I was wondering how that would show up, but you can see it.
Yeah, it's so shimmery. And after I made these swatches and I saw it on the dark, I'm like, oh, but that would look pretty on black. And I was actually, true story, I was using my black napkin here to kind of wash off my paintbrushes. I was dipping it into different colors. I'm like, oh God, that looks really cool. So it kind of inspired a project idea that I'm going to kind of demo really quickly here for you guys, based on my inspiration with my cleaning off my paintbrush on this black napkin.
Oh.
Do you know where this is going, Katie?
Yeah, I have a feeling.
I have a feeling? Okay. So what I did was I took my black napkin. You can get these, I think we sell napkins actually. Just a plain old napkin. You can do different colors. I like the black. I folded.
It's great for graduation.
Yes.
If anyone's still doing graduation parties.
Folded the napkin right in half, and then picked up my gold here. This over. Picked up the gold, the blue gold I started with, and I swirled it around, got some color in there, and then I added circles right to my napkin. And I went through and I did 4 of the darker colors, which you could do all 6 if you wanted to, or you could just do 2 depending on, you know, whatever your favorite colors are. But I kind of went down the palette, picking up different colors
for like an ombre.
Yeah, well, I just to get the different colors of the paints within. I didn't really ombre it. It was just kind of like, you know, different colors, kind of add a little more shimmer and shine to my black. So I just painted these on in little circles. So I did the whole napkin. I let it dry. I'm gonna pull out a little example here. So I let it dry, and then once I had all of my little dots on here, I grabbed my scissors.
Oh, I don't know where you're going with this.
So I grabbed my scissors, and then I fringed my napkin. So imagine this is painted, you know, with all your pretty polka dots. Do you know where it's going now, or are you still kind of at a loss? Okay. So then
I'm lost.
I like it. Yay. Okay. So then I fringed it, and now I'll show you the final one, which maybe you'll get a better idea. I don't know. So I fringed it, and this is what it looks like after you paint it with your different colors. You fringe it, and then you grab a piece of baker's twine. And your score tape, and you create a banner. So all I did was take a piece of my baker's twine. I opened up my napkin, just like so, and then I added the baker's twine right on top, and then I thought I had score tape. Well, I added a piece of score tape right on top of that, peeled the top off, folded this over to adhere it, and then I got this really fun, kind of sophisticated, if you ask me.
It does feel very like graduation-y,
right?
Or wedding.
Or wedding with the gold touches on the black. So that's just with the napkin, you guys, and the Starry Colors paints. how easy is that, right?
Very cool. I see Carissa joined us. I'm sure she's doing some masterpieces with these if she has them yet.
Right?
Chris, did you have these? We're talking about the Gansai Tambi Starry colors metallics. I know you saw these at CHA.
Yes. I think she was at the booth probably, if not the same or more than I know we were there, because everyone was like, oh my God, these colors are amazing.
And I knew they weren't available right away, so we kind of were waiting and waiting and waiting, and so it's very nice to have them in our hands.
Yeah, and these are really great too for all skill levels. I mean, obviously you can see I kind of took the watercolor and did something outside of a fine artwork piece, or even paper crafting, and did it for home decor or for parties. So there's lots of ways you can kind of incorporate these colors, and since it's so pretty, it's like you just want to paint everything with this kind of metallic color because they're so rich, they're so creamy, and there's so many different ways you can use them. And if you are like Kaylee and you are a master, brush lettering person, this is a really fun technique to do because you want to brush letter everything, right?
Carissa already has them, of course.
Oh, yes?
No masterpieces lately.
No masterpieces.
So you also showed in your video that they are the same size.
Yes. So if you're, working on a project, or maybe you're taking these on the go, you can actually pop these guys out because they are the same size as the pans in the original colors. You can pop these out and you can put them right into your palette here and create your own palette for whatever project you're working on. So you're not grabbing both of these. You can kind of, swap them out, get exactly the color, palette you want, take it on the go, and, you have everything you need for your project. So they thought of everything, right? You can mix and match,
Even if you're not on the go and you're just at home and you want to pull these out, you can work with the pans individually, and you don't have to work with them on the palette here that they have.
So I love that they kind of made everything kind of go together, so it all kind of makes sense. And if you don't want to lug this whole thing around because you're just doing your brush lettering and you just want the blue gold, you pop that guy out, sit on your table, and you're not overwhelmed with everything.
Very cool.
So that can happen really easily with craft supplies, right? So I think those are all the techniques. Using it on top of already existing watercolor to create fun little shimmer and shine, blending it with the Kuretake watercolors and adding shimmer to the actual paint, so your colors then take on a really pretty hue. And obviously you can dilute this or make it as bold as you want depending on the amount of water you're adding to your actual color. And then, like I said, brush lettering, and then for a really fun effect, adding it to your stamps
Where'd that guy go?
Ready to go. Where did our brother go? Did I lose him? I don't know where that went.
I don't know either. Did we put it on
Did we put it underneath something? Hold, please, while we find. I don't know how that went missing.
That's crazy.
Well, either way, you can add it to your stamps to create really fun stamped impressions that almost look like they've been foiled or even heat embossed. So
very nice.
Lots of fun with the Gansai Tambi.
Wow, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing all these techniques. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be monitoring the comments, so if there's any questions about these watercolors, let us know. We will answer them. They're all available at blitsy.com right now. We'll be back again tomorrow.